We're live. It's Thursday at 3 o'clock. I know I keep mixing it up, but life has just been a little hectic of lately. I don't know about you guys, but maybe it's the energy of spring coming that's just got it all buzzing around me. So if you're here, say hi in the chat. I'd love to say hi back. We're gonna cook with anti-inflammatory foods today. And the way this came up was I posted in the Facebook group that my husband has been Googling. Hello, Linda. My husband's been Googling foods that are good for arthritis since he was told by both his PT and his neurologist that he has arthritis in his hands. Now, it's a mystery to all of us how he got it because he never had it before he had the carpal tunnel surgery. But if he wants to eat more anti-inflammatory foods, that's awesome. Because for some reason he has a tiny little bit of low-grade inflammation in his body. So anything that can reduce that is good. And the fact that he's looking it up, I'm not telling him, is awesome. Hello, Roxanne. Nice to see you here. So today I took all the foods I could find under anti-inflammatory foods. I think there were 14 different ones, and I posted them on that announcement that we were going live today. And then I thought, what can I do to get as many of those into one meal as possible? Well, first thing that came to my mind was a smoothie. And my smoothie's gone. I drank it while I was in class, but it was almond butter, which served as the nuts, spinach, dark leafy greens, cherries. I put a little bit of ginger in it, a couple of cuties for the citrus, Juice Plus Chocolate Complete, so I got the chocolate in, and I'm trying to think what else might have been in there. I think that was it. It was really a good smoothie. The ginger just gave it a little tiny bit of a bite, and the citrus and the cherries, oh my gosh, and the chocolate, need I say more? It was so good. But when I was thinking about cooking for you all today, I was like, oh, I've got this really good salad dressing, and I actually stole it from Trader Joe's. It's an almond butter turmeric. I got the recipe over here off to the side so we're gonna make it together. And it's like one of my favorite salad dressings. There's no oil in it other than the almond butter, which gives you plenty of fat. And it makes a nice amount, and it's good on lots of things besides lettuce. And then we're gonna make a big, huge salad with kale and romaine. And then we're gonna top it with, I roasted some peppers and I roasted some cauliflower, which were both anti-inflammatory foods. I cut up some cuties. I forgot to get out my dried cherries, so I'll have to go over to the closet and get those. But doesn't that sound like a good salad? So I've got some baby kale here, and I've got some romaine that I just cut up and washed. You could just do all kale, but I don't think my husband would just eat a kale salad. So if I camouflage it with a little romaine, and he bought the romaine, I was so proud of him. He brought me home the most lovely looking, fresh head of romaine. It was absolutely gorgeous. So let's get busy here. The only thing you may not have on hand for this salad dressing is miso. What is miso? It's water, soybeans, rice, salt, and alcohol, which makes it all ferment. And it's salty. So if you didn't have miso, you could make the salad dressing without it, and you might need to add a little salt to the recipe. I always seem to have this on hand. It was hard to find it at first. Some places have it in the refrigerator, some places have it on the shelf. You can usually find it at Whole Foods. I think I actually found this one at Kroger, maybe in the Asian section. And this brand is Norita. So good luck hunting for it. And there's all different kinds. It's soybean paste is basically what it is. There's all different kinds. This is white, but of course it doesn't look white. It might have darkened up a little bit after I opened it. And as far as expiration, it doesn't have one. Oh, yes, it does. It expired in December, but it's been in the refrigerator. And what my pharmacist used to always say is, as long as you kept it dry. So it doesn't have mold growing on it. So we're going to use it today. And like I said, I just keep it in the refrigerator, and it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. All right. I'm not as prepared as usual. I don't have everything chopped up and ready to go. So if you have any questions or anything you want to chat about, just put it in the chat. If you're watching the replay, hit #replay and let me know that you were watching along. Roxanne, I saw that you just did a talk for our Juice Plus team on Monday night. How awesome was that? I'm doing next month. I didn't get on Monday night, and I'm sorry that I missed your talk. So what we need is a container and a blender. So 1 1/4 cups of water, 1/2 cup of almond butter. I'm gonna put this down here. 1/2 cup of lemon juice. Get my spatula out for the almond butter. And I always use Santa Cruz. It's actually lemon juice and lime juice mixed together because I combined the jars when we were coming home from vacation. Less room in the cooler. So I'm gonna put the almond butter in there, and then I'm gonna put the lemon juice in, and then I'll put the water in. And then we use dates for the sweetener, a little bit of the miso paste, some ginger, some turmeric. So we've got all those good anti-inflammatory ingredients in there. So 1/2 cup of lemon juice. I can't wait to have this salad. I'm gonna actually eat it. 1/2 cup of lemon juice. Seems like a lot, but whoops, I'm spilling it everywhere. Guess we'll add a little more for my spillage. Today has just been a hectic day, and I can feel it. I can feel it in my body that I was rushing around a lot today. Let's see, the ginger root is 2 tablespoons, so my ginger root that I have is probably going to be just enough. And actually you can peel ginger root with the spoon, but I always use a knife. Just kind of scrape the skin off like you would on a carrot. I've never tried the spoon method. I've only heard about it. I just use my knife and then chop it up a little bit, and then the blender takes care of the rest. I love ginger. I love the way it smells. You know, I usually carry ginger with me when I travel. I don't know if you know the brand Ginger People. It's like a candy. It comes hard and it comes chewable. And I always have it with me when I'm doing a race, because you just never know what might upset your stomach. And ginger does the trick for me. It's kind of like my own medicine kit. All right, there's part of the ginger. I'm just gonna put all the ginger in because why not? It really was good in my smoothie. Have you ever thought to put ginger in your smoothie? It gives it a nice little bite. I'm looking to see if I got anybody chatting to me. I see the love you sent me, Roxanne. It's quite a nice day here today. The sun is out. You know, when there's nothing else to talk about the weather, right? There's plenty to talk about. So I hope you try this recipe, or even more than that, I hope this gives you an idea of how to combine foods that are good for you. And if you do have something going on in your body, like inflammation or indigestion, or you don't always have to turn to medication. Food can be your medicine. And a lot of times it's a better choice because food doesn't always have side effects. Unless, of course, you're allergic to something. Which my mom had severe food allergies, so I'm really very sensitive to that. She had like 10 foods she could eat, and that was it. So I grew up, she always had food allergies from a kid on. They just got worse. And what we think made them worse was when she was on prednisone. So anyway, a tablespoon of miso. And this stuff is stiff. As you can see, it's stiff. I'm just gonna smash it down in there and scrape off what I don't need. Has anybody ever cooked with miso? I never had until I started really being plant-based, and a lot of recipes have it. And I've never really done the research to find out why it's in there, other than, like I said, it's salty. And it's a good source of protein. All right, got the miso in there. And now the ginger root's in there, the almond butter's in there. We didn't do the water yet. I'm gonna slide over here to the sink and get some water. Linda, you've never heard of miso? Yeah, that's how I was until I really got plant-based, and I had never heard of it either. There's a cup, and I need a fourth. And sometimes on these salad dressing recipes, I wait to put all the water in just as needed. Hi, Charlton, how are you? I love seeing your doggy posts. Missed you at Fripp this year, that's for sure. I'm sure we won't see you in the summer. We could have been cooking together, girl. I think we missed each other by a week. No fair. Well, Linda, you can't say that anymore. You have heard about it now. Let's see. We got 4 dates, and I like these really big, fat medjool dates. And I buy them with the pit in them just because they're a little less expensive. And then I have to cut them up. Which, you know, a lot of people sit on their yoga mat to meditate. I just get out my knife and my cutting board. It's very meditative to me, chopping up vegetables. I remember the first time I was doing a chore and I was thinking about being meditative. I had gotten a new CD for massage, and the name of it was Om. And that's exactly what the whole CD was. Om. And I was scrubbing the kitchen floor listening to it. I wanted to listen to it before I used it in the massage room. And I found myself scrubbing the same area of the floor over, and I was meditating. I had to wake myself up and move on and get the floor done rather than just one spot. It was kind of hilarious. I'm laughing at myself. You know what? My husband told me these are really good for arthritis. And it's funny, I always have these in the refrigerator. I get a big box of them at Sam's. And that's his sweet go-to at night. How can you go wrong with that? You know, we don't have ice cream in our house. And that's by his choice. I don't eat ice cream, but it's by his choice to not have ice cream in the house. And yeah, he just goes and gets 2 dates. And that's his treat after dinner, is something sweet. All right, I got 2 more of these to chop up. You can buy them already pitted. You can buy them already chopped. When I buy dried fruit, I look for dried fruit that's just the fruit, no sodium dioxide, which is a preservative. They say it's in there to preserve the color. But these look just like dates to me without the color being preserved. Now, dried apricots do get dark without that sodium dioxide in there, but I don't want sodium dioxide in my body if it's a preservative. So I look for dried fruit that is just the fruit. Cranberries are probably you can find them without sodium dioxide, but you can't find them without sugar added. And anything dried is going to be more concentrated in the sugar and sweeter. We know that, but that's just how they do cranberries. Maybe they would be too sour if they didn't add sugar. All right, we got our 4 dates in there. And I lost my recipe again. Let's see what else we need. I don't have any zest of lemon because I use this and it doesn't come with zest. And 2 teaspoons of turmeric. We all know turmeric is good for us. It's an anti-inflammatory. 2 teaspoons of that. We might be short on the turmeric. It's kind of low in my bottle. I keep these, I buy them occasionally at Trader Joe's, but then I keep the bottle and get them refilled at the spice place downtown at Findlay Market. I just feel like their stuff is fresher. All right, 1, I do have enough. 2, it's gonna have to go on the list. All right, got an extra date. I got out a shallot thinking because onions and garlic are both very anti-inflammatory, but it doesn't call for it. But we could chop it up and throw it on our salad. What are we talking about here? Are you saying ice cream's pretty bad, Roxanne? Any dairy? Inflammatory. And you know, I feel bad for people that are trying to lose weight and they don't realize that an inflamed body won't lose weight. So you got to get rid of those inflammatory foods. All right, here comes the salad dressing. Wait till you see how pretty it is. As you can probably imagine with the turmeric in there. Yeah, I found this salad dressing at Trader Joe's and I bought it and fell in love with it. So then my friend Google and I found a recipe and I just put in all the silicone dioxide. Yeah, that's the almond butter is at the bottom, so I got to give it a stir because it didn't get all the way down there. Let's see if we can get that. And sometimes the dates take a little bit. You have to do a second blend to get the dates blended up. And it doesn't look like I'm going to need that other 1/4 of a cup of water. Although a lot of times these salad dressings thicken up as they sit in the refrigerator. And you know, they're not oil-based, so the easiest thing to do is just add more water. I had to do that with my tahini orange dressing last week because it thickened up in the refrigerator. I'm going to give it another blend because the dates are all sitting at the bottom. If you didn't have dates, you could use a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten it up. I probably would start with a couple tablespoons, maybe like 2. Just keep my salad dressing in a mason jar. Usually this size is enough. Or if I have to do 2, I do 2. Sometimes I use the big one. Let's see how it is, if we need anything. It's a little salty. So like I said, using the miso, can you see it? I'm gonna put this thing out. See how pretty it is. more than likely I'll be adding, see how thick it is? I'll be adding the rest of that water to it. The ginger in the, ooh, got to me. All right, I'm gonna add the rest of that water. A little in there, a little in there. Stir it up. I'll have to put this in another container, or maybe I'll just use this on my salad when I make it. All right, salad dressing's done. I actually like making salad dressing. When I don't have salad dressing homemade, I use Hendrick's sweet onion vinegar dressing because it only has 5 ingredients. Sorry. All right, there's the salad dressing. Some of the dates still didn't get chopped up, but you know what? It's no different than having dried fruit on your salad. So there's the almond butter, turmeric, ginger salad dressing. Now, to build this salad, we've got our kale. And then I'm going to mix some romaine in with it. Toss that up. I'm so proud of Bill because a lot of times when he goes to the grocery for me, he's not as picky as me, or he hasn't learned to be as picky as me. But I guess I'm training him because everything he brought me looked, oh my goodness, so good. There we go. That was probably about 5 or 6 leaves out of that big head. And then I roasted some cauliflower. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm just going to make this big old salad and then we can serve ourselves out of it. I love this bowl for that reason. And then I roasted some red peppers. I could have put them on raw, but I thought it would be, because it's kind of still chilly out, I thought it would be kind of fun to have them already cooked. Same thing with the cauliflower. You know, the whole idea of this is to tell you somebody has played with food in order to make the delicious salads that we see at restaurants or in cookbooks. So you can do the same thing. Pick what you want and then go for it. So I got a handful of cuties I'm going to throw on there. I love to put pumpkin seeds. And I buy my seeds raw. We could cut up this shallot and have a little bit of, you know, it's a little milder than a red onion. Cut some slices of that and throw that on there, which I think we'll do. I have to peel it. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's all done. Getting the skin off the shallot. Like I said, I'm usually way more prepared. I got all this stuff already ready, but today was just kind of a crazy day. All right, put those on there. And then I gotta go get the dried cherries. And let's just break that up and put those on there. Add a little more color to our salad. Oh, this is gonna be good. I can tell it's gonna be good. Can you see it? I got all the extras, so if you want more, you can put more on. And then I'm gonna get the pumpkin seeds and the dried cherries. Let's see. I know I have dried cherries. They might not be up here. I don't have them up here. So I have dried cherries, but they're downstairs, so I wasn't ready. But there's the pumpkin seeds. I put them in, open the containers and put them in glass jars. It's easier to see what's in the cabinet. So there's the salad. Doesn't that look good? All anti-inflammatory foods. And all ready in about 30 minutes. Now, if you started from scratch, you could be roasting the vegetables in the oven while you're making the salad dressing. And then the peppers, I just cut them in half, lay them on the rack in the oven. I cooked this stuff at 425, so the cauliflower was done in like 15 minutes. But the pepper took a little bit longer. You could, if you have a gas stove, just hold it over the burner and char the skin, and then stick it in a plastic bag and let it sweat so you can pull that skin off, and then just chop it up. So, hope you enjoyed this adventure in cooking, and hope you will try to make your own salad out of foods that will best serve your body. If you want to go deeper with me, I do one-on-one coaching. I have a membership, and right now I'm working on a Zoom call with some women who are doing their first marathon. So we're talking about everything from the emotions, the fears, the doubts, the excitement, the food you need to eat, the exercise you need to do, what you need to wear, how to take care of your feet. So if you want to know anything more about me as a holistic health coach, just say me in the comments and I'll get back with you. If you want a discovery call, we can schedule that as well. So have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go eat some salad. And thanks for joining. I'll see you all next week. Bye.